Welcome to Everything and Anything with Mac Mayale. Before I introduce my guest, I want to get into some sponsorship and let's talk about Rock Kingdom Financial. Now, if you need any guidance in retirement or life insurance or debt settlements, please text 310-251-6217 and text wealth. Okay. So today I am so honored today to bring on this beautiful, gorgeous individual. And it's so crazy because we actually met through social media, but I had been following her for a while. I think it's been since 2020 that I actually came across her through YouTube, and I was like, "Oh my gosh, she's so gorgeous, and she has a beautiful voice." So I want to introduce you to the beautiful Analea Brown in the house today.
Hello.
Hello, thank you for coming on today. I mean, I feel so inspired just because, last night I was just sharing with you that me and my whole family were watching your videos, and my daughter fell in love with you. She's a total big fan. But I wanted to just say thank you for coming on aboard. So let's talk.
Yeah, thanks
Who
for having me.
is, yes, who is Analea Brown?
Who am I? That's a loaded question, I feel like. But I guess to sum it up, I would say I'm a singer-songwriter, I'm a creative, I'm an entrepreneur, and I'm a mother. Yeah.
Nice. So, how old is your babe?
So she's 10 going on 26. She is very level-headed, but she knows what she wants.
Mm,
She loves art. She loves.
mm.
I just got her this iPad, and she's been learning how to use the programs on there because I'm hoping that she'll eventually love to create NFTs.
Yes.
But
Ooh.
she loves to perform. She jumps up with me on stage and performs with me at every one of my shows, and so that's nice.
She's a singer?
She is. She loves to sing and dance.
Oh,
She's been singing since she was little. I've never really forced it on her, but
yeah.
I
Natural.
think naturally watching me, she's just been into it, right?
Yeah,
So
because
I
she's
got
all
lucky
around
in
it.
that way. Right. And so I think I started putting her on stage with me when she was maybe 4 or 5.
Wow. Was she
And
shy at all?
no, she wasn't actually. She's always just been I don't even she's been a beast on the stage and
Wow.
you
Just
know?
gravitating to the audience?
Yeah, so I used to ask her, "Do you wanna come up on the stage with mommy?" And now at this point at 10 years old, she just tells me when she's coming out and what song she's doing, so
Wow. So she's telling you, like, Mom, this is what I'm
yeah, this
doing.
is
This
what
is
I'm
my
doing, this
list.
is
This is
how
what I
long
need.
yeah, it's great. I
She's
love it.
telling you, right?
Yeah, it's so much fun.
Does she do singing lessons or anything like that of the sort?
She's taken a couple singing lessons. She's also into theater and acting and,
Wow.
so yeah, it's
Those are
it's it's
some,
fun to have a kid that enjoys what you do, what
yeah.
you like to do. Yeah.
Are you like overprotective of her when you think about her future as far as her wanting to be in entertainment?
Um, I wouldn't say overprotective, but I'm happy that if she chooses to do what I do, that she gets to see everything that I'm going through. I
Mm,
I bring her with me on
firsthand
tours,
experience.
and I bring her with me to all the shows, and so
Mm,
I bring her with me to meetings. And so
wow.
ever since she was little, she's been able to see the development, the highs and lows, and it's been nice. Yeah.
She's got to be very mature then.
Oh, super mature.
Because if she's coming to meetings, I mean, is she sitting still or you're
Oh yeah, yeah,
giving
yeah.
her?
She's used to being around adults because she grew up sitting in
Yeah.
meetings. So she's very very mature for her age.
I love that. Does she
Yeah.
have like a partner, like mommy, or that you got kind of travel with her, or
Yeah, like a little
yeah,
for
like a buddy?
friends.
Yeah, like
Um,
how does she make friends if you're traveling a lot?
she, you know, she has her cousins.
Cousin in every state,
Her
huh?
cousins don't come with us to
uh,
everything, but I mean, I think and I hope that someday she'll be able to
yeah, yeah,
appreciate what she grew up with. I know it's hard for her, especially because she loves being around kids.
yeah.
But she's been homeschooled her whole life, and
Mm,
and she's been on the
I
road with
love
me her
that.
whole life, and so it's like the only life she's known.
Yeah.
But I I try to give her other experiences and
Yeah.
keep her around kids when we can and stuff like that. So
Oh.
hopefully, I don't know. I posted something the other day and it was like we're 10 years in. I
Yeah.
still don't know what I'm doing, but she's alive.
Ah,
So, I
mommyhood.
feel like as a parent, you like never know
Yeah.
what's right or wrong, but you just do the best that you can, and that's all you
Oh,
can do.
I love that. I love
Yeah.
that. So I know that family is important to you, and I know that you mentioned before, like prior to us pre gaming, that mom and dad are part of the whole crew
hmm
too when you travel to go and perform and everything.
hmm
How has that been for you as an overall family?
I always say that I don't think that I could do it without them because
Mm,
I have a hard time being away from my child.
yeah,
And so uh, I think them being so supportive of what I do, and that, they'll come on tour with me, they'll come watch her travel city to city with me. My dad will drive, and I've been very blessed in that way because I know not every artist
yeah,
gets the same um,
support.
I guess support, and even like sometimes parents aren't able to
Yeah,
be there and they want
yeah.
to be but they can't. And so I've been very fortunate in that way, and so yeah, it's been great.
I love
Yeah.
that. No, but because you know what, like when you are on tour, the mom and dad steps in to be there for babe, right?
Yeah.
That's the
Yeah.
good part. Like,
Yeah.
not just anyone, you don't have to hire a babysitter or anyone, but mom and dad are there,
Right,
right?
right, right.
Are they retired?
Yeah, my mom's retired, retired JetBlue Airlines.
Oh, this is a plug.
That's a little plug, JetBlue.
Shout out.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But and then my dad owns a moving company, and so yeah,
Oh,
it's been
awesome.
good.
As
Yeah.
an entrepreneur, I
Yes,
see this.
yes,
I see
yes.
this.
Yeah.
So tell me, as a young girl, did you always knew that you were going to be a singer or performer?
I didn't. Actually, I grew up in sports, and I was really good at sports, and I
What was your
played all different
sports?
kinds of
What was your
sports.
sports?
I loved volleyball, basketball, and softball.
Mm.
All three. I loved all three. I always thought that I would end up going to college through a sports scholarship of some type. And my junior year, I tore my ACL playing volleyball.
Oh, I know
And
how you
so
feel.
I was out my senior year, got the surgery done, and my parents, they, I got the surgery done. My parents, they would see me like depressed and moping that like I didn't have anything to do
Oh,
because all I could do was just sit there.
yeah.
And so they bought me a guitar, and that's when I started. I've always loved music. I grew up singing with my siblings in church, but that's when I really started trying to develop those talents, and especially
Mhm.
songwriting.
Nice.
So I guess what I got from that was that a lot of times in life we think that we're going one way,
Yeah.
but then something tragic happens, and we have to figure something else out. And sometimes in that process, we're blessed beyond measure.
Mm,
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
You transitioning over to when you thought that it was going to be this way, but God had other plans, I believe,
Right.
for
Right.
you
Right.
to be a singer and to impact lives.
Exactly. Yeah.
You transitioning into this new lifestyle as a singer. Now, did you already just knew how to play the guitar, or did you already?
So at that point, I was self-taught, and I've been pretty much self-taught
Wow,
ever since. I
wow, that's
should probably
amazing.
get into like learning all the technical side.
Just like so,
Yeah, but I mean,
another
I feel like
professional.
I have a pretty good ear. I play by ear, so
Wow,
it's
that's
worked
even
so far. But
amazing though. You
yeah,
playing by ear?
yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah,
pretty cool.
yeah.
I mean, I'm fascinated. I'm really fascinated. Now, do you write your own stuff, love? Are you?
I do. Yeah, I write everything that I put out into the world. Yeah, yeah.
Wow. Were you always a writer?
No, I actually started songwriting when I picked up the guitar. So
So-
that's when everything started. I started songwriting, and then after high school, I ended up taking a risk and moving to Las Vegas. I
Mm,
started songwriting and got signed to a production team based in Hollywood, and I was songwriting for a really long time,
yeah.
songwriting for other people until about 5 6 years ago. I decided to take the artist route, and
Nice.
yeah, it's been great.
As a writer, like what is your inspirations like? Do people tell you like what you're gonna write about? Like, Anna, I want you to write about a love story or whatever. Like, how does it work? Like, or do you just write something out and you say, you know what, I think this song would be good for you?
I think as a songwriter, we as songwriters we pull inspiration from wherever we can get it. Right. Sometimes, like I'll wake up from a dream and be like, I need to write this down, or like I need to record this.
Aw.
But the process of songwriting, I think for me is I've done it every which way. I've started with lyrics and then turned them into a song. I've started with something I hear someone humming, or something someone has sent me in production, like tracks,
Yeah.
and I've been able to. I think as a songwriter, like doing songwriting for so many years before I became an artist, really really helped mold me into
To become this
to
artist
become the artist
who
I
you
am.
are.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Would you say like what is your most highs like when as an artist, and what are the things that you're like, I don't care too much about that part of it.
I think the part that we'll start with bad. I
No,
I
sorry, give me
think
the bad
the part
first.
that I don't like about being an artist is just having to. Well, I guess I shouldn't say that, but I guess just having to be very mindful of who's watching. Naturally
Mm.
and normally, we just want to do whatever we do.
I know,
You know what I
right?
mean?
I
But I
just want to
think
have.
I feel like, well, I feel like it's a good thing and a bad thing. But as an artist, I feel like we have a responsibility to always remember that there's someone, hopefully, or maybe watching us
Yeah.
who may be inspired by what we do, whether good or bad.
Mhm.
So so yeah, that responsibility carries a lot of weight.
Oh,
It's heavy, y'all.
I know, right? Just a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, there are so many good parts about being an artist, and when you
Yeah.
love what you do, it's
Mm.
being able to do it every day is just
It's
chef's kiss. Yeah.
I love that so
Yeah.
much. So I know, like, I see you have a new single out,
Mhm.
and I love that song. It's just, it has a lot of. I feel like. Do you feel like you're more in a love? Do you feel like you write more about love, or do you write about almost anything and anything that you think of?
I feel like almost anything and everything, but love is just so easy to write about, and it's so fun to write about, and it makes you feel good. So,
Uh,
I love writing about love. I went to a wedding last night, and I was just like crying watching my two friends get married, and love is beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So speaking of love,
Mm-hmm.
so are we dating love?
You know,
Right? No. Oh, so can I
I,
announce that? Oh my,
you
you're
know,
young, single, ready to mingle,
oh,
or what are
I
we
will
saying?
say, I get asked this question often, but I will
Of course you do,
say
gorgeous.
that I have someone very special in my life, but
Oh,
I enjoy keeping my private life private.
okay.
Yeah.
I respect it. I respect it. She's gonna tell
Yeah.
me later.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
I'll
I'll
give you
let
all
you
the
know.
tea.
I'll let you know. I'll let you know. I'm just
Right?
kidding. I'm kidding. Oh,
Yeah.
how long has it been then? Can I ask that?
Um, a
I know.
while. I get super
Is
shy.
it? Aw, you look
It's
like
been
you're
a
in
little bit.
love.
You know,
Is it that?
it's possible.
Mm.
Yeah.
He's like, wow, just say it. I can just feel it. He's in
Yeah.
there, like in the screen, gonna be like watching
Yeah.
this. Like, why couldn't you just say my name, babe? I'm just kidding.
Yeah.
I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
Yeah, it's all right.
But I
Yeah.
love that. So, does it make it easier for you to write about love? Because I feel like you're in that glowing stages right now.
I think, well, I don't know. I feel like as humans, it's really interesting that if we don't like we can go through different experiences, right? Like I can have
Mhm.
different experiences in my life than you do that are like total opposite ends. But I feel like it's really cool that as humans, we know the same emotions. So
Mm.
that's why we can watch a movie, and if someone's going through a rough time, and if their parents died, even if my parents haven't died, I feel for that person because I know
Yeah.
that emotion, and I know
Yeah.
and I know what, being sad feels like. So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think as a songwriter, it's like it's really cool to be able to, I guess, explain situations, and even if it hasn't happened to me, I can still
Yeah.
write about it, you know?
Oh,
Yeah.
just like kind of expressing yourself
Yeah, because
about
if you know
different
the
things. Yeah.
feelings, then you know the feelings.
Mm.
Yeah.
So in your genre, I know you're considered as reggae.
Mhm.
Is that like the main, or do you see yourself doing other types of genres in
I would
this new
say,
year?
as a songwriter, many years back, I wrote in every genre, and
Mm.
so I would be given jobs that were like, "Write this opera song," and I was like, "I don't know how,"
Really?
but then you
Wow.
study it and you figure out how to do it, and so I think, um, I would say that in what I do, I try to bring all of those genres into Reiki and what I love, and so it's
Yeah.
very, it's like a fusion, I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Okay. For 2023, or maybe at the end of this year, are you are you planning on dropping a new album, love?
I am, I
Oh,
am.
okay.
Actually,
Let's talk about it.
it's finished already.
Woo! So when
It's
is it
finished
coming
already.
out?
I haven't decided on a release date, but yeah, all the songs are ready to go. I just brought on
Aw.
some new management, and so we're trying to get everything organized, and I'm trying to get all my ducks in a row, and
Yeah,
so yeah, just trying to figure it all out before I drop
before you
that.
launch it.
Yeah, but I can say that the title of the album is going to be ANA. Anna was my nickname
Ooh.
growing up, and
Uh-huh.
so the idea behind it, or the concept behind it, was to be able to bring those who listen to the album in a little bit closer into my world, to be a little
Nice.
more intimate with them. So
I
yeah,
love
it's
that.
great.
Up close and personal with Anna.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So it's called ANA. What does the ANA
ANA.
stand for?
Just Anna. That was my
Anna.
nickname growing up. Yeah, yeah,
Oh. Oh,
yeah,
A and the initial A and A.
yeah.
Oh, I
ANA.
thought you meant and. Okay,
ANA. Yeah,
nice.
yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
And did you just like in inspiration of your new album though? I know you can't really talk about it. But is it about love or is it about a mixture of different things?
I would say it's a mixture of different things, but it's all based around love. Yeah.
Oh,
Mm.
I just feel like you're a love child because the first time I met you, well, we actually met through social media
Hmm.
on Instagram, and I just feel like our first conversation was just like it was so embracive.
Oh.
It was so like very genuine and just very considerate. Like you just seem like a person who like I knew that we were gonna be friends for a long time just
Mm.
because of like the way that you received me. And most artists are all like, "Who's this? I don't even know her. Why is she
Oh.
why is she DMing me or whatever?" But I just remember our first conversation and how like just how and how we shed light about most Pacific Islanders. It's really tough to be
Mm.
embracive, especially
Right.
when you are a woman in on a platform, when you are doing certain things. It's like I think what we talked about is in our culture has been like really a tough crowd,
Mm.
right?
Mm.
What would you say now, like in this era now, like how well, why did you embrace me? I should say, why did you embrace me?
I think first and foremost, I'm like all about women empowerment. I mean, that's not to
Yes.
knock the guys. I
Right,
promise, it's
right,
not knocking
right.
the guys, but I think that as women, there's just so much beauty in what
Mm.
we can do, and the way that we are, and I think that the world needs a lot more of it. So, yeah,
Oh,
yeah. I can be proud of any woman trying to make something happen for herself. You know?
yeah.
Yeah.
I love that.
Mhm.
And for that, I just know for sure, like, you're definitely going to impact in a powerful way for your generation and for the next generation to come, especially as a mommy,
Mm.
a mom girl. I think it's so sweet, and it actually was a refresher for me because, well, I know growing up, it was like it wasn't really like that.
Mm.
To be honest, like,
Mm.
and I think that's the conversation that I wanted to have with you just to bring it on, like, just how embracive Anna was. She just really got on a conversation, and I know she was busy because, remember how we were going back and
Oh
forth, and it
yeah,
was
yeah,
like, I
yeah.
don't think we're going to get together. I just kind of like, not that I got my hopes down because I just knew, like, she's a busy artist. But then when you did get back to me, you're like, hey, I'm going to be in town. Let's make it happen, Mac. And I was like, oh, and then like just I feel like I think we talked for like about an hour or
Yeah.
so. That's
Mhm.
why I was just like, gosh, and just for my daughter to be a fan, I'm really, really honored
Aw.
because like that's exactly what I want my daughter to be looking up to. You know, if she does have someone that she is going to model or at least be an example in her life outside of me, of course, is that I would want it to be that.
Mm,
You know, someone
mm,
who's genuine, who's actually offering more to empowerment of other women,
mm.
especially as Pacific Islanders, but also to embrace love and to, you know, encourage beauty, you know,
Mm,
whatever position she may be, because I know as girl moms, it can be tough,
mm.
you know, in society. You know,
Yep.
there's a lot of things that we battle and a lot of things that we face, especially I'm pretty sure you see it front line because you're out there
Mm.
and you're meeting new people every single day. Now, do you ever see more of that in our culture, or do you see that in this day and age, it's more people are more positive? What would you say that you've been experiencing on the road, I should say?
I feel like it's probably a mixture of both. Um, but I think that when you can bring positive energy to someone,
Mm,
whether they're having a bad day or not, it always
yeah.
helps, you know?
Yeah.
I try to be that way. I mean, like, even on my
Yeah.
down days, I feel like, you know what, I could choose to be down, but if I just choose to have good energy and be happy, then I can help other people.
Mm.
So, yeah.
You are so beyond your years.
Oh,
I mean, like, I wish when I was your age, I had more positive people like you in my life. I'm like,
oh,
dude, she's like, everything we talk about, you're always so positive and such a sweet spirit. It's like, it's going to be, I'm just excited for you for the future because, like, we need more of this, you know?
yeah.
We need more to break bread, clown, and be ourselves, but also to understand that we have a responsibility
Mhm.
as women, as artists, as, you know, a voice in our communities. What are besides your records? I know that you have like sponsorship. Is that what I seen? Some type of sponsorship
Yeah.
program that you run.
Well, I have a few things going.
Mm-hmm.
So I have a guitar company that I've been working with,
Wow.
and they're a sponsor of mine. They blessed me with a custom guitar, which is amazing. River Song
Ooh.
Guitar, shout out to you guys.
Okay.
And then also I've been working with a watch company. I'm actually I'm wearing the watch, but
Nice.
this watch they created.
Let's see.
It has black
Can we highlight
diamonds.
that
These
some?
are natural black diamonds that are around. So they weren't like someone didn't dig for them and do labor for them. They were grown. And so they
Mm,
are black diamonds, but they're natural black diamonds.
love
And
it.
so this is Biot. This is a Swiss company who I've been working with, and we actually designed this watch together. So yeah.
Wow.
Other than that,
That's so cool.
I have a thing on the side that I do. It's called Project Me, and
Mm.
it's where we volunteer to go in. I go in with my team, and we teach young kids how to songwrite to be able to have an extra
Nice.
or an added outlet to be able
Yeah.
to deal with the stress that comes from whatever they're going through in their
Nice.
day. So
Yeah.
and it's based on suicide awareness. So yeah.
Wow. What made you tap into that, love? Well, like,
It was actually a okay, I might get emotional about this. I'm sorry. It
aw,
was a live feed that I was watching,
yeah.
and I was just scrolling on Facebook, and I came across this live feed, and there was this young girl who
Yeah.
was talking to the camera, whatever, and then all of a sudden you go and and she went to the back and she committed suicide on the live.
Mm.
And after that, like maybe it was like 5-10 minutes later, you could hear her mom. By then it was dark. Her mom come out of the house and she was looking for her. And I don't remember all what happened after that, but I think in that moment I was like, I had to do something because that
Yeah.
could be my child.
Yeah.
So yeah.
You're
I'm
good. You
sorry.
have
I know I
tissue. It's
wasn't
all
trying to get
right.
heavy today.
Yeah, no, no,
But
no.
it's like
Yeah.
you go through these things
Mm.
and there are, I guess, like signs and feelings that you feel when you go through experiences, and
Yeah.
I feel like if you don't take advantage of what you feel in the moment,
Yeah.
that you missed out on an opportunity to learn and grow.
Wow.
So I think from that moment, I just felt like I had to do something. I didn't know what it was,
Yeah.
but I felt like I had to do something that was based around suicide awareness so that I can,
Yeah.
do my part in this world to help. And I felt it in that moment. So I was like, why not? Yeah.
Wow. Whew.
Yeah. Okay.
I think
Back to light and happy. Yeah.
um wow, you're such a beautiful inspiration. I just that's so I don't even know what the word to use right now, but you completely touched me in a mighty way. I already knew that you were a beautiful being, but to do that for others just by a story and being touched and moved, um, it really does shed light that there are people out there who really care,
Mm,
you know, and really are willing to make a difference through the talents and gifts that God has given you,
mm,
and not to just keep it, but to really truly touch other people.
mm,
If you can save someone, and I think that's how I feel too about everything. And that's originally how I started the podcast actually too, was because I wanted to be a voice and a reason, and I know it seems like it's self-centered of like everything and anything with Mac, but most of the things that I believe in are to really truly help people.
mm,
And if I can be a resource, if I can be a plug, if I can be a light, if I can help someone, um, I hope that it's there. You know that it is in the airwaves
mm,
of what I do here.
mm.
So for you to hear that, it just confirms that you are absolutely the best fit to be able to sit down and to have you on this interview. So
Oh, I
I
appreciate
pray
it.
that God continues to bless you and all of your things that you do, your endeavors, and just knowing that you are a big bright light. In many dark places of what you do, because it's not going to be just through your writing or your songs, but it's fascinating to see that even like the investments of watches and the guitars, and being able to teach other kids who are going through some things to write and express how they feel,
Mm.
to get out of those dark places. It's like, gosh, I feel like, man, you know, this is such a divine appointment, and I'm truly grateful for it.
Oh,
Like
thank you.
I'm even more stoked because my daughter is really looking up to someone who's a real one, who is actually doing things that I know for sure that I would want her to have in her corner.
Mm.
So thank you for that
Oh.
story. I mean, it really truly blessed me that, and then what's funny, because I know there's a lot of artists out there that do other things for the community, but they don't know
Mhm.
those things. They just know they're performing.
Mm,
I love their songs. They're
mm,
doing this, but to even shed light on the different things that you're doing on different projects too
mm.
is like pretty
Oh,
cool.
thank
Like,
you.
like you're community driven, you're a mommy, you're a great example, you're an artist. But I'm pretty sure like when you do go through some things, what are the things that you go through besides singing and writing? Like what are your outlets of expressing yourself outside of like what you're doing now?
Sorry.
Besides
I
eating.
giggle because I'm like, food.
I know, I was gonna say besides eating. I don't know why I knew
Like,
it.
food is life. No, I think a lot of my time outside of my career is just trying to teach a little human how to be
Mm.
an amazing human when they become an adult. Like,
Yeah.
I spend a lot of time talking to my child and trying to give her experiences where she's able to see the real, like, how the world really is. And
Yeah.
I think that in this day and age, it's tough because parents don't really have a ton of time. And and I know that some people say that the kids of this generation can be like a little entitled, but I think that like that's an even bigger call to action for us as parents is to really like teach them,
Yeah.
take whatever time that we can to be able to teach them how to be a good human in this world.
Mm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what do you do for fun, love, outside of like
Uh, what is
is there any
fun?
fun that you do like
What is
besides
fun?
work, work, work and work, work, work?
I
Travel.
gosh, that's like it's probably really sad that that's a hard question. I
She's a workaholic. Oh my gosh,
I
I'm
go
just
to the
kidding.
movies a lot with my child.
Oh,
We do a lot of
nice.
like
You're a movie.
movie times. I'm a movie buff.
What's your favorite movie?
Oh, um, gosh, maybe Django, but like I
Django.
feel like I could watch that movie
Oh
like
my gosh, I'm
over and over and
surprised
I'm
right
fine.
now. Wow, Django.
I don't know. I just really like I
Are you
like
a Jamie
Jamie Foxx.
Foxx fan?
I think he's amazing.
Yeah,
Like
he is. He really is, though. He's a singer. He's an
he's awesome.
actor. He's like, he has this amazing voice. I always like, even though he was an actor, I feel like he should have been a singer. That's how I
Girl,
feel.
yeah, he came out with that one song. I was just listening to it the other day, and I was like, "This song goes like, where you at, Jamie? Come back!"
Make a comeback, huh?
Yeah,
I know.
yeah.
I
So
know what you
I
mean.
don't know. Other than that, I like to bake.
Ooh,
I like to bake.
what do you bake?
I used to make cupcakes a lot, and I was
Uh-huh.
like really into that, like different kinds of flavors and stuff like that. But I don't have too much time for that anymore.
Aw.
But yeah, anything that involves food, I'm there. Yeah.
What's your favorite food?
Um, I could eat sushi like all day, every
Oh,
day, any
me
day.
too. Me
Um,
too. I just ate sushi yesterday and
yeah.
oh my gosh. And then I ate poke. It was like, oh my gosh, why
Oh,
am I just eating all the I need to cut it out though, but yeah.
it's just good for you
I knew you were gonna say that. I knew you were gonna say that.
though.
No, I know. Besides sushi and eating,
Hmm.
do you like have a workout routine? I don't know why I asked this
I
because I
try
just
to
wanted
work
to.
out. Girl, it's hard. Let me tell you. To try
When
to
I feel
find
it.
time to work out is hard, but like above that is trying to find the self-motivation
Oh
to go
my
and work out.
god.
Like,
I feel
it's hard. But
you.
I've realized that going with other people, it
It
makes you
helps you.
feel a little guilty if
Accountability.
you like don't go that day.
Uh-huh.
So I've been going with my sister a lot
Oh,
and it's been fun.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, so how many siblings do you have?
So there are 5 of us. So I have
Nice.
there's one boy and then 3 other girls. Yeah.
Nice. Do they all
Mm.
sing too? Or
We all sing. Yeah.
wow. So
Yeah.
do you have any plans of making something with your siblings?
I have in the past. We
Mm-hmm.
did some church music and that was really fun. They're all grown and married and have kids now, so it's
Oh,
hard to get together super
yeah.
often to be able to do that. But whenever my parents ask, we're just like, yes, yes,
Oh,
we will.
nice. What number are you?
I'm number 2.
Oh, you're like
Yeah,
the older one. Okay.
yeah, yeah.
Nice. Okay, so how's your dynamics with your siblings though?
I feel like everyone, and maybe it's just me, but I feel like when you're younger, you're like really close. And
Yeah.
then as you get older, kind of like distance and
Yeah.
that's really hard.
Yeah.
I wish I could spend more time with my siblings, but we have a good relationship. Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Do they come and support you out in the
They
with
do.
everything?
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
always fun to see them in the crowd and
Oh
like
yeah.
shout out to my siblings. That's always
Aw.
fun. Or whenever family's
Nice.
in town, that's always fun. Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
I didn't realize you had so many. It sounded like you were the only child. That's why I don't know why I
Oh.
was thinking that. But,
Oh.
well, I think just this time together with us has been like inspiring and just getting to know you and also sharing with the whole world. I've been like just really super amazingly surprised on this interview just because of everything that you shed light on and I didn't even know. I was just kind of looking, you know how like from the outside looking in, you could just see music, music,
Mm,
music,
mm, mm.
but there's so much more to you and I love that, you
Oh,
know.
thank you.
Never judging, but I just knew that you were going to be like a beautiful spirit. So that's why I'm just honored for this time together. Is there anything you want to shed or share before we kind of close
I don't
out?
know. Like I think coming towards the end of the year, I
Mm,
think a big goal for me is to be able to work with companies and people who just want to put out positivity into the world. I think that's like
nice.
so important, and your intentions
Yeah.
to what you do is so important. So if you're looking to put out
Yeah.
positivity into the world and you got a
Yeah.
company, hit me up, and I would
I
love
love
to like be able
that.
to collaborate and put more love out into the world. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
For you, like when you say that, what are like one of the companies that you've always wanted to work with as a young girl? Like
Hmm.
who would you if you could work with anyone, who would that be?
Gosh,
That has been inspiring in your life? Like who would it be?
if I were to talk about an artist, I would say like Lauren Hill or John
Oh
Legend. Those would
man.
be like
I know I'm a Lauryn Hill fan. Everybody who
oh,
knows me knows I'm a Lauryn Hill fan.
yeah.
I get that vibe. I get that vibe.
Mm-hmm.
But as far as like a company or anyone that you would want to work with, who would that be?
Um, I recently reached out to a company that was like Salt Lake based. That's where I'm
Oh,
from.
okay.
Called Crumble, and they are a cookie company. And I love food, and I love sweets, and they're homegrown. So
Yeah.
Crumble,
Get
hit
at
me
me.
up. Like
Get at her.
I love y'all.
I know, right? Oh,
Yeah.
I don't think I've heard of them. What kind
Oh,
of what
girl.
cookies are they like?
They have they have new flavors every week. And it's so funny because when I'm out of town, like when I'm in a town like in California that doesn't have, well, they have crumbles now, but they used to not have crumbles and I was here like all the time. I would still look up the menu and see what flavors they had this week. Like that's how fat I am
I
sometimes.
think
So
that's
sorry.
crazy. They
Yeah.
have new.
New flavors every week, girl. You have
Wow.
to try crumble. Next time you're in Utah.
Yes, I'm coming to visit you and going to
Yes.
Crumble right away.
Yes.
I'm excited now because I'm a cookie killer. I mean,
Yeah.
well, my favorite is chocolate chip. What's your favorite?
Oof. They have this one that's like a Dole Whip inspired cookie.
Oh,
Oh, girl.
what? What's in
Yes.
it? Like,
It's just like some kind of pineapple stuff that's on the cookie, but oh,
oh my
that's my jam.
gosh. I never
Yeah.
even heard of Crumble. Like, so you can go to this cookie place. It's like, oh, do they just sell cookies dominating or?
Yeah, well they have like I think they have like six flavors every week, but two of them stay the same, like the sugar pink sugar cookie and the
Mm-hmm.
chocolate chip. Yeah,
Ooh.
Kelly, we're really having a discussion about cookies. This is
What are you
fun.
talking about? Cookies, like
Uh,
it's a worldwide
oh
conversation. People
yes,
talking about if you don't like cookies, you're just not human.
you
You're
might
just not
not be a
human.
happy person if you don't
Yeah,
like
that's.
cookies.
I'm pretty sure people who don't like
I'm
cookies,
just
they're
kidding.
not happy. They're just like living their worst life right now.
Oh my goodness.
No, but um, I was just asking her too, like before we close out, like I'm so obsessed with her hair. Okay,
Oh,
I promise you guys, when I was young, I used to have like this crazy hair. I used to have this beautiful hair that she has. I'm serious. I feel like after I had the kids, my hair just completely like I don't know what happened to my hair, right? They took my hair, guys. But I'm like, I was asking her, what are your products that you use? And I know you shared it with me, but I just want to know because this is like every Pacific Islander hair has this hair, right? But now I don't because well, it kind of thinned out. I don't know. When I got older, maybe I don't know what it was, but what are
yeah.
you using in your hair
You know
though?
what's funny is like I think that mine did the opposite because growing up and when I was younger it was like wavy and just like really nappy, and then after I had my kid it was like curly, and so I
Really?
don't I don't know what that is all about, but
Dude,
maybe it's the hormones. I
I
don't
don't know. I
know.
feel like after I had, well, I feel like two things went away from me. Like, one, my skin changed after I had the kids, and then my hair kind of like just fell out or just thinned out
Hmm.
when after the kids.
Hmm.
But before that, I used to have really beautiful, curly, long, thick hair.
Hmm.
No lie. Anybody
Hmm.
knows me, right?
Hmm.
And then I used to have really good skin
Hmm.
before the kids. And then I was like, now I have to take all these extra vitamins and this and that. But I wanted to know, what do you put in this hair to
I
make it
well okay,
beautiful?
so I was telling you that I switch up products to try and see like what works with my hair because I think like everyone depending on your
You're
hair
like, who
type
asked that, right?
probably like some things will work and some
Yeah.
won't, but I've been using the Taraji
Mm,
line and that's been
nice.
pretty good. So yeah, I
You use
like it.
it all around? Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. What are the things that you use? The mousse or the
I've
gel?
been sticking to a lot of like hair lotions.
Oh.
I think that's what you call it. I'm not really
Yeah.
sure, but
No, that's what it's called.
yeah.
Hair lotion. The coconut one?
I don't know what kind it is. I don't know what's in it. I'm
I
not
know,
really
now
sure.
I'm like really digging into it, huh? Okay. No, but I love it. Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much,
Thank
Anna, for
you.
your time. Thank you for being a big blessing to the community and just being awesome. I'm looking forward to your new record. I can't wait to bang it.
Oh,
And when you do release it, promise me you'll shoot it to me right away.
yes.
You promise?
You're the first.
I know, right? And then
100.
we'll revisit, and I'm like, maybe I can come
Yes.
out to you, right? So maybe we can go
Yeah.
to her, right?
Oh,
He's like,
yeah.
no, Mac. But thank you, love. I really appreciate you.
Thank you.
And thank you for tuning in with Everything and Anything with Mac. Oh, good
That was
job. That
fun.
was
That was great.
fun. You did so good.